reserved treaty rights to this land, including the Duwamish, Duh Duabj, Suquamish tribe, Duh Akwabj, Muckleshoot Indian tribe, Buckleshoot, and Snoqualmie Indian tribe, Stokwabuh. We thank these caretakers of this land who have lived and continue to live here since time immemorial. And we thank you for taking the time to know and understand the true history of this place, and to practice allyship in taking care of these shared lands. In good health. Hoyt.
All right. All right. If there's a motion to adopt the consent agenda, I'll entertain that.
Melissa Taylor, so moved.
Seconded.
Melissa.
Alexander Erickson.
Thank you. Any objection? Any objection? Any objection? All right. Consent agenda is approved. We are moving up the candidate filing, and then we'll get to the candidate introductions. Who do we have here from King County for?
Angie Kubota.
Hey, Angie.
Hi there. Thank you for letting me join tonight. And let me see if I can share my screen.
All right, we can see it.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Angie Kubota, and I'm the Candidate and Jurisdiction Coordinator here at Elections. Thank you for allowing me the time to speak about Candidate Filing Week this evening. Candidate filing moves up this year to the beginning of May as a result of Senate Bill 5182, which standardizes certain aspects of candidate filing across the state. This will give us the much needed additional time to put together the ballot and voters pamphlet in 7 languages ahead of the August primary election. The candidate filing period is moved to the week beginning the first Monday in May. Regular business hours during candidate filing week are changed a bit, so we'll be open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And this includes the acceptance of electronically filed declarations of candidacy, which are standardized between that 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. all across the state. All candidates for the legislature, state court of appeals, and superior court will now file their declarations of candidacy with the Secretary of State's office, and that's new this year. The deadline to file the local voters pamphlet statement is extended to Tuesday, May 21st. And then please note that precinct committee officers don't file voters pamphlet statements with us because they're not published in the voters pamphlet. Candidate filing week will begin on Monday the 6th and run through May 10th. The online filing portal opens promptly at 8 a.m. on Monday and will be open 24 hours a day until it closes at 5 p.m. on Friday. A candidate can come and file in person at the office. Again, the hours will be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., not during business hours, so we're a little bit extended. And then we will begin accepting filings by mail. We actually started accepting filings by mail on April 22nd, which was Monday. And then just know, like, if somebody was sending in those declarations of candidacy by mail, we don't actually start processing them until candidate filing week begins. So we won't start filing them or processing them until Monday the 6th. It's important to note that the online filing will close at 5 p.m. on Friday the 10th. No late submissions will be accepted. The lot draw will be conducted on Friday following the close of filing. This determines the order that candidates appear on the ballot for the primary election. And then the last day to withdraw is Monday, May 13th at 5 p.m. We really strongly encourage everyone to file early in the week and to take advantage of the online filing portal as it's the most convenient way to file. This year, we have 115 offices up for election. Monday and Friday are always the busiest days. Through all of our messaging, again, we encourage everyone to file early, especially if they're filing a filing fee petition. Most often, the reason why for the filing fee petition is that we need to verify those signatures. So the earlier in the week we do it, the sooner we can give the candidate notice if the signature threshold was met. If not, they can pay the filing fee by check or card or cash. Most offices this year will file with the state. 2 district court positions will file with us. The City of Seattle council member position and all King County precinct committee officers will file with King County Elections. The online portal, again, is open 24 hours a day, so a candidate is able to file at their own convenience. We are updating our Who Has Filed page every hour during business hours throughout the week. The first post will be Monday at noon. For PCOs, we're posting a downloadable list by party for your convenience. And then here's some resources that we have on our website. The first place to start is our website. We have a page that is 100% devoted to being an informational source for candidates, campaign managers, or anyone else interested in the process. Several tools and resources can be found on the Running for Office page. That's right. Again, we have a page 100% dedicated to our candidates. The best informational tool to start your journey with, I believe, would be the candidate manual. We also have a PCO manual. There are training videos, including one for our PCOs. And then this year's workshop that we did with the City of Seattle is also posted. We also are hosting a PCO filing webinar for you folks on Tuesday, I believe, in the evening. So I know probably you've already received information about that, but we're happy to entertain any questions today that you might have, but also we would love to have you join the workshop on Tuesday, which will kind of cover more of our online filing system and some very precinct committee officer specific things to know. And then also, if you're interested, we can provide all the links to these resources in a follow-up email. And then once a candidate files, what's next? Well, the next step for a candidate would be to, again, file their voter's pamphlet statement. For the primary, candidates can begin submitting their pamphlet information the same day that the candidate files. Our local voters pamphlet portal opens on May 6th, the Monday of candidate filing week. The local voters pamphlet portal will remain open 24 hours a day until it closes at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, May 21st. So we did extend it a few days to that Tuesday. If a candidate moves on to the general election, you're given the opportunity to submit a new statement and photo. The local voters pamphlet portal will reopen on Monday, July 17th, which is when you can begin submitting pamphlet materials again. The local voters pamphlet portal will remain open 24 hours a day until 5 p.m. on August 4th. PCOs do not file voters pamphlet statements, and I believe it should also be important to note, since most folks will be filing with the Secretary of State's office, they do not have that second filing period that King County Elections offers. So any of those filings that file with the state, it is that first deadline that all the statements are due, May 21st. Does anybody have any questions?
All right, thank you, Angie. We'll take a few questions. Is there Melissa and then Carol?
Hi, Angie. I have had people asking me if there were write-in options for PCOs. My recollection is no, but I wanted to confirm that.
Yes, no. The answer is no. And if the race goes uncontested, then it won't appear on the ballot as well.
All right, Carol?
Oh, yes, I wanted to, I'm on mute. No, I'm not. Okay, good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I wanted to know what time do we watch that PCO filing webinar?
7 p.m. on April 30th. I put the Zoom link in the chat, and we'll also send it out as a link
April
after the meeting.
30th. Okay.
All right, thank you, Carol. We'll take one more question. Does anyone else have a question? Kat, you're
Hey,
muted. There you
Angie,
go.
just wondering if by any chance you're going to record the webinar.
Yes, we will.
That'd be great, so we can make it available. Thank you.
It's our Zoom, and we are planning to record it. And they have kindly agreed ahead of time. I'm not just putting her on the spot.
Awesome. Thank you, Angie. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the overview.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Have a great night.
Have a good election night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Next up on our agenda is candidate introductions. If there are any candidates, please raise your hand. We'll give you 3 minutes to speak. Are there any candidates? All right. Given that there are no candidates, are there any elected officials or members of the campaigns that would like to speak? 3 minutes each person. All righty. We'll continue on. PCO recruitment and filing. Alexander?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm gonna do this and also do my committee update at the same time since it's all rolled into one. But yeah, so we're obviously very happy to partner with King County Elections to give that webinar on Tuesday, April 30th. We are also going to be hosting another one that is just ours, that is going to focus on how to file and also what it means to be a PCO. So if you have anyone who you think might make a great PCO, or you just kind of want to brush up on what it means to be a PCO, please feel free to come to that. That is going to be Saturday, May 4th, Star Wars Day at 10 o'clock a.m. And should be about 1 hour. So we'll be doing that. And then later that day, I will be helping host a seminar with the building trades and LIUNA. They want to help recruit PCOs, particularly in the 33rd. And so I'm very happy to be partnering with labor to help us recruit more PCOs and to get labor more involved in the party. Especially on the heels of such amazing news out of Tennessee, with their vote to unionize the Volkswagen plant there with the UAW. In addition to that, I will send out later. I'm going to send out a big email with all of these with the dates and times and links for all of you, because there's a lot of events that are going to be going on for us to help recruit PCOs. But we will also be hosting up to three PCO filing troubleshooting sessions, one on Tuesday, one on Thursday, and one on Friday afternoon during the filing week. These will be so that people can hop in if they have any problems with filing to run for PCO. They can ask their question, we can get it answered. And also just as a way for people to help, if someone's like, I want to run, but I don't know what to do, they can just hop in and we'll help walk them through. It's just going to be an accessible resource for people who need maybe a little extra help getting their filing done, getting their filing submitted. The last thing I want to tell you all is that please run for PCO. You have until 4 p.m. on Friday, May 10th, to file the run. And I would encourage you to file by May 9th, because no one wants to spend time at work filing to be a PCO. So get it done earlier rather than later. We need PCOs all across the county to help us really get the grassroots turnout we need to help not just keep Washington blue on the presidential level, but defeat some of these really terrible ballot initiatives and to elect a Democratic governor again. The last two races that we've had where we didn't have an incumbent governor, I think Jay Inslee won his by 3%, and Christine Gregoire won hers in the closest governor's race in U.S. history. So we've had some really close calls on the governorship, and I really want to make sure that King County carries its weight and makes sure that this state stays blue from the top of the ticket all the way down. So thank you all so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Alexander. Any questions? All right. If there are no questions, thank you again. We'll jump to our endorsement committee update. So Martin and Beth.
I don't know if I got that one or not.
Let's see. I see Beth here online as well. So she will fill in if I miss things. We don't have much to bring forward tonight because we are not doing early endorsements this year. So the main thing is that we are conducting candidate interviews generally about 2 nights a week. I can't give you a complete schedule of who we have scheduled at this point, although Kat might be able to fill in on that. We do have an interview scheduled with Maria Cantwell tomorrow and some assorted judicial candidates on Thursday. That's sort of our current pace is 2 interview nights a week. And we are believe that we are on track for a special endorsement meeting that is going to be on May 17th. And so hopefully people will be there. That will be a meeting that's devoted just to endorsements. And I see on our agenda here that is scheduled from 6 to 9 p.m. I quite honestly would expect that it will be a lot shorter than that, but we do these meetings and I never know. There might be something that is like super controversial that people want to talk about. So it will certainly be a fun meeting. So we are anxious to receive information from every LD, if you haven't sent it to us already, about when you are likely to have your endorsement meetings. And when you do have that, to let us know in particular what legislative candidates you have endorsed, because when LDs make endorsements in single LD jurisdictions and all of your state representative and senator races are single LD jurisdictions, those decisions come forward to the King County body as a slate for approval without the endorsement committee making their own separate recommendation. But we would love to have that in advance so that it can be provided as part of the report we generate. We deliver for that special May 17th meeting. So thank you all for your help with that.
All right. Thank you. Looks like that's the full picture.
Yeah. If
All
there are
right.
questions,
Perfect.
happy to try to answer them, and Beth and Kat can fill in as well.
Sounds good. Any questions? Kat, Phil, anything else you want to jump in with or Beth? Okay. All right. Looking forward to the next meeting. Thank you. Thank you, the endorsement committee, for all of your work on the interviews as well. I know that's time consuming. Yeah. All right. Next up is the Washington State Democrats Coordinated Campaign introduction.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Can everybody hear me?
We got you.
Awesome, thank you. I'm going to share my screen, and I have a short slideshow here. Let's see if I can just get this started. Awesome. So, hi everybody. My name is Nathan Hare. I am the regional field director with the Washington State Democratic Party's coordinated campaign here in King County. Yes, this is what I was trying to say. So this is my role. This is my email. This is my phone number. This is just going to be a really brief presentation today about how I envision the King County Democrats working with the coordinated campaign. Super excited to be talking with you all, and hopefully I'll be meeting more of you one-on-one as we get going. Just a word about strategy. I'm going to be managing a team of organizers here in King County. Before I'm doing that, I'm trying to build the infrastructure for my organizers, making connections with people, getting systems set up into place so that when my organizers start in June, that they can hit the ground running. So let's, without further ado, let's just get right to it. These are some of the things that the coordinated campaign is going to help the King County Democrats with. We have a lot of the same goals, so we're going to be accomplishing those goals together. Like I want to be a bridge between the county party and the state party by doing this work. So some of the things that, you know, the coordinated campaign is going to be helping with, we're going to be knocking on doors, making phone calls, recruiting volunteers, acting as the general field team for the county. We're going to be boosting voter turnout countywide. We're going to be, you know, we have our priority legislative districts as well. LD5, we're going to be extremely targeting that one a lot. We're going to be doing 2 passes of doors and phones in LD5, and same thing with LD12. We think that's a really good flip opportunity as well. So we're going to be working for all of the Democratic legislative incumbents, keeping you guys in office. After the cycle is over, I'm going to be giving you all of my data, all of the volunteers that we talk to, so you can use it for PCO recruitment in 2025 and beyond. Let's see. And then on the flip side of that, here are some of the things that the King County Democrats can help the coordinated campaign by. Early on, one of the biggest things is sharing the organizer job description. You all have deeper connections to this community than I do. I moved to Washington 2 years ago, so I'm going to rely on you to share this job description and recruiting strong organizer candidates. Essentially, you will all have a say in who is going to be on this coordinated campaign. Another thing that is going to be really helpful is finding supporter housing leads. You can email me to express interest, but this is going to be really helpful for us as we hire staff from out of state. It makes it incredibly easy for the staff to get here and just hit the ground running. They don't have to find housing. Another thing that's how I envision the King County Democrats helping the coordinated campaign by is just sharing our events. We're going to have phone banks, canvas launches all throughout, and then also just like campaign kickoff events, office openings, surrogate events. We're going to have so many events this cycle. I'm super excited, and I'm super excited that you guys are going to help share those events. And then the other thing is, you know, we're leaders. Like we have a sway in what the PCOs do and how the whole county party is going to spend their time. So really encouraging the PCOs to participate in canvassing and or phones. That's just going to be a huge help. This is some of the, and then I just wanted to briefly touch on some of the things that were not like the coordinated campaign. It's not really in our scope to do these things. Non-slated races. So the city council race, like anything that's like not one of the statewide races or one of the, you know, the non-slated races, like we're working with the, non-slated races. We're not going to be helping with those. And then ballot initiatives, this is where it gets a little bit tricky and it's a little bit above my head, but people on the coordinated campaign are talking with lawyers and working out what we are allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do under Washington campaign finance law. So let's see, that's it actually. I'm not, oh, stop share, here we go. So that's it, everybody. I'm super happy to be here. I'm super happy to be introducing myself to all of you. And that's all for me.
Awesome. I do have one quick question before I go to Melissa. Is non-slated nonpartisan? Is that what you were trying to say?
Yes, that's probably a better way of saying it. Thank you.
Okay. Melissa?
Yeah, I'm asking in part on behalf of the folks here from the LDs, but are you available to come talk to LDs in their meetings about what the coordinator is doing? Is that something that you want people to reach out to you about?
Melissa, thank you so much. I forgot a crucial part of my speech. Yeah, so I would love to speak at your LD meeting. Shep probably recognizes me from speaking at the LD 36 meeting last Wednesday. So I've emailed all of the LPO.
Chairs and vice chairs. Those audio cut out.
Well, I think he was probably going to say he's emailed the various contacts he had for the LPOs, but I know sometimes things get lost in email. So if you want him to come visit your LPO or your LD meeting, just reach out to him.
We'll just give him a moment to come back.
I can also answer your question,
Oh.
Jeremy. That non-slated
Yes.
races would also include any open dem-on-dem races, but I don't know that we have any in King County this cycle.
Got it. Thank you.
And then the other thing I wanted to shout out is that there's another job opportunity with the Washington State Democratic Party called a constituency organizer. And these will be people that are focused regionally on organizing specific constituencies, such as labor or religious organizations and or tribes, and reaching out to those and developing deeper relationships with those groups in the Democratic Party. And so if that sounds like something you're passionate about, please apply today, because they're going to start doing interviews pretty soon. And it's a great opportunity and a great program that I think is going to hopefully help us both this cycle and long into the future.
Got it. Thank you, Alexander. Melissa?
I got messaged a question. Will the coordinator be hiring college students for the summer, or do organizers need to be able to be here through November? Alex, do you know the answer to that?
In the past, we've hired part-time RFDs through the summer. We've also hired FOs out of college through the summer. So I would imagine it's, if you have college students who want to apply, just encourage them to apply, and I'm sure we'll find a spot for them that makes sense both for them and for the campaign.
All right. And
Nathan, you're back.
Just in time.
I'm so sorry about that, everybody. My computer is old and it dies randomly, and I'm sure Alex helped take it from there. But I'm just going to really quickly say I would love to speak at the LD meetings. I've reached out to all of the chairs. Some have gotten back to me, some haven't. So if you're a chair of your LD, please get back to me. I would love to speak at your meeting and speak to your membership.
Cool. So right before you go, want to get that clarification on college students. Are you hiring college students if they're out of the state or out of the area?
Yeah, so as of right now, what I know is that this is a full-time position that is not remote. So the answer would be, as of right now, most likely not. But I have one thing that is really common is college students actually sometimes will take a semester off to work on a campaign. It just gives them such a head start in this industry that college will not be able to do. So it's something to consider for those college students.
Thank you. And
Yeah, regarding coordinated campaign volunteers, will Vote Builder be updated to include the 2022 coordinated campaign volunteers anytime in the near future? We would have loved to have reached out to them for PCO filing this term.
Yeah, absolutely. So The
And
short
there's
answer
still
is,
time.
yeah. The short answer is I don't know, because I don't know if like we're using like different van committees essentially. I'm not sure if your van committee is the same as mine. So the short answer is
They're different committees. However, the data can be uploaded to our county and LD silos
yeah.
if it exists in the Washington State silo.
Yeah, the short answer is I don't know, because I'm not on the I'm not one of the data people.
All right. So maybe Nathan, I don't know if you can get clarification and then maybe let us know.
I can answer that question since
Okay.
I'm on the team.
Yeah, go ahead, Alexander.
Yeah, the short answer is probably not before the PCO filing deadline. And the long answer I can talk offline with you about, Anne. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't believe we're going to get the volunteer list from 22 before the PCO filing deadline.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nathan. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right. Committee updates. We already gave the PCO. Volunteering canvassing. Do we have any updates? Okay.
Hey, yeah, sorry. I did not realize that Carrie wasn't doing the meeting, and I had actually emailed her my update because I'm on the road. So I'll just say real quickly, we're canvassing in Kent and Issaquah still to ID Dems, and we're going to be hitting voters in Snoqualmie now that it's the 12th, since we have a good chance of flipping the 12th. I have a website with all of the events, but I can't put it in the chat at the moment. But if I get a chance to stop before the meeting's over, I'll put it in the chat. Otherwise, I'll send it to Kat for the minutes.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy.
Amy, I'll grab it and put it in the chat for you.
Thank you. And
Awesome, thanks.
Andrew, Pride Parade.
Hi, we're still collecting volunteers. I'm gonna drop the link so that Melissa could share. The parade is June 30th. We've not yet gotten our time of meeting up, and it's the anniversary. So I would like to have us design a t-shirt in line with the anniversary, but also in line with voting, as it's a very crucial presidential election year. And yeah, that's all for now.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew. All right. We're at good of the order. I think we had a candidate or a couple of candidates come in. Do we have any candidates that would like to speak before we jump to good of the order? Raise your hand. Okay. If not, we'll move to good of the order. Is there any good of the order? Good of the order. All right. If there's no good of the order, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Hunter Brown. Is there a second?
Second, Andrew.
Second, Andrew. Is there any objection to adjourning? Okay, meeting adjourned at 7:05. Thanks, everybody.
Jeremy, do you have a moment?
I do.
If you can just give me a second, I need to let the live stream catch up and then end it. So let's just give it 1 second.